Escalation drives me insane. If you ever, if you're ever in a conflict with someone, right? With like I don't know, an aggressive person, or someone who's afraid, has really something to lose, right? Someone whose only method of negotiation has ever been intimidation. Like that's been reinforced in them. That's what they know. It's what the world is like physically molded the channels of their mind to play out. Um, are you familiar with this situation in real life? I mean, everyone knows it hypothetically, but I am, you know, for better or for worse, for more or less than you. It doesn't matter. Like, everyone understands, and there's people who really understand too, through experience, right? What was I saying? So, conflict, someone has something to lose, they're violent, you know, or it doesn't matter, just they're used to intimidation, oftentimes because they've been intimidated their entire it's how it's done, and it's their turn now. It's a it's a cliche. It's a human living cliche, right? Understandable. It's completely comprehensive. There's no mystery about it. It plays out only a certain number of ways. It's been done, right? We've all seen this. Oh. I'm talking about me. So, how do I feel about these things? That's what matters. I land in tense situations often throughout life. Not lately, not these last few years so much, because, I don't know, I tried to grow up, you know? But it's out there, and I can't get away from it, right? Part of my nature attracts things like that. Let's leave that aside, although it's quite relevant. That's not something I'm not going to deal with that right now. Why do I act the way I do? Well, it's because I feel the way I feel. Forced into a tense conflict situation, you always match whatever amplitude of aggression with the same, you know, you stand up as tall as the other person, you stick your chest out as far, and that lasts for a moment, and it's a little exciting, to a certain type. I'm not really into it. I kind of acquired a taste for it out of necessity throughout adolescence, basically. But I always had this thing, right? Like, I process that kind of stuff much faster than people, and like I always end up in this empathy trap. I always feel for the other person, and it sucks. Like, it's great, or whatever, maybe it's virtuous. Like, I don't think about that. Like, there's always something about the person whose face I'm going to break that I don't think they deserve that. And it's not a sentence it like hurts me, you know? I see them, like, I like hesitate, and I see they read my hesitation, and I know what's coming. So I immediately kind of interrupt their, they're going to move into my territory because they think they're going to try and press what they believe is an advantage because they don't read me properly. They think it's fear. And like I double down and like extend a hand or whatever, and it's off. It's like seen as I'm ham-fisted about it sometimes. And then it's seen not as like daftness, but like they think I'm confused or like um, changing my mind or wishy-washy, which puts me in a completely different class of mark, you know. So if I didn't have any compassion for people, you know, then it wouldn't be a fucking problem. Then you just butt heads and find out who's fucking tougher, you know. Like human beings, nothing. It's been going on this fucking planet for at least what 3 billion years, 3.5 billion years. You think you're a tough fucking rhino, you know? I'm not speaking, and there's someone I could directly be speaking to, but really, like, this is like to everyone who's ever been like that. Like, beings aren't made for that kind of shit. We're not rhinoceroses. We're not hippos. We're not elephants. Like, that's dodo bird shit. And if you don't know that, like, you're a fucking suck on society. I'm not saying that makes you less than human. I'm not saying. I don't know what I'm saying, but you are a suck on society. And you will live the suck. Violence won't get you out of that. I'm trying to talk to me. Sorry. It's funny going through this with people. I've done this so many times. You have no idea. So, compassion. What am I trying to say? It's hard because I'm upset. How many times are we going to let this play out as human beings, you know, generation after generation, and just turn our heads? I mean, it's not sophisticated, it's not complicated, and it plays out like as people become richer or more sophisticated or have more access to like all the different layers of culture, basically. You know, the forms that this chest bumping can take becomes very creative and diversified and dangerous, like for collateral. When I see collateral damaged, that hurts me the most. And when I see, you know, an opponent raise the stakes precisely because he's read that character in me, like, that's why I, little pig, little pig. You're a 2-year-old hiding behind a coffee table. You're not doing a very good job, bud. I just wanted to talk, and I refused to be ignored, you know? So here I am, this is the best that I got. What, you have like 12 guys? 40, maybe? You're gonna hire some hands? Are you fucking kidding me? How have you lived this long? You know how I've lived this long? Well, I guess that's a secret. I'm being such a dick about this because I'm angry. I'm sorry, honestly. But I'm not like other people. I'm not like anyone you've ever met, you know? And unfortunately, this means that when I say jump, you say how high. I know that hurts your feelings. Um, so what? You know? You should have come to see me long ago. Have I not been good to you? You know? You have not been good to me. That's a part of the hypocrisy that drives me nuts is that I get these little intimations that I ought to be grateful for some kind of mercy, you know? And like, I don't mean to be the you started this guy, but because I'm not, it doesn't matter. You know, if I found you first, I would have started this. So it's not like that, but you've shown me no mercy. You've done me no favors at all. If you honestly think you have, that's a cool thing to say, right? It's hot shit, like bad guy stuff or whatever. But if you honestly believe that you've done me favors and I ought to be grateful, you have fucking brain damage. And this isn't gonna go well for you. And I want it to go well for you. As ever, I'm not your fucking point of contact. Unless I have to be. And when I have to be, I will be, you know. Um, and I will come graciously. The only time I get hyphy is if it seems like you're going to ignore me, you know, or like deceive me. I mean, you can try your luck, but I'm not. Well, why waste your time? I more or less know what you want, you know. I more or less know what you're up to. I more or less know what you've earned, your place, you know. But there's some things that need to be said, you know. And they aren't ultimatums. They aren't demands, you know. Like, why are so why are people so afraid to talk? I'll never understand that. In the olden days, in this town, right? One of the things that would happen, I'm not saying it was better or worse, but like people used to sit down at tables. Like there was no fear, you know. There was like it was civilized. Without that, at least, it's just trash. And trash catches fire. Let's not do that. If I seem crude, I apologize, but like I don't have time to um, make an appointment, go through your secretarials. Like, do you know what I mean? Would you do that for someone? You wouldn't, and I wouldn't expect you to. I wouldn't make someone do that. I know that's how it is generally, but like, this is obviously different. So, ah, whatever. So that's enough of you. Let's talk about me. When people escalate, when people read weakness in me and escalate based on that weakness, I have never failed to escalate back, like way over the top. And it has given, wow, it's like the schoolyard, you know? This feels just like the schoolyard. No more sophisticated at all. At all. It's no way to live for anyone. Oh. That's pretty much all I have to say. I was hoping, I don't know. That doesn't feel like it'll be very compelling to you, but, you know, if nothing else, it's the truth for posterity, all right? You don't have to jerk people around because you think they're going to jerk you around if you don't, like, just don't do that, dude. After you get to a certain point in life, like, you're above that. Be above that. Yeah. I'm not even at any point in life, and I'm up. You can be above that at any point. There's a really awesome way that this could go. Like I am, at the risk of, you know, telegraphing weakness, which, again, please consider this not to be, but I am like the king of win-win, you know. Someone's probably going to lose something, but no one liked them anyway. Do you know what I mean? Do you care about the Asian elders in the East Bay? You know, what's happening to them? Do you care about fucking human trafficking and sex slaves? Like, drugs are bad, but like, they're going to be legal before too long. So it's not like I'm not indignant about that, but they still suck. And there's other things. And those things are fucking way beyond anyone, you or me. You know, like, fucking stop a little muni train. Like, come on, dude. Do you think for a second anyone in their right mind, myself included, would stand by and, like, let you have that kind of access, you know what I mean? So that you could grow it and, like, become more potent? Would you? You would not, you know? Like, you can respect that. So, oh, right. I must look like a pretty easy mark walking. I just walk around without my guard in good faith. You know, dude, like, I'm not looking to hurt anyone. I'm not looking to be hurt. I'm like, we all live here. And the only people that would make it a place where everyone, the kind of place where everyone isn't welcome to live, like in good faith, uh, well, they're the kind of people that ought not to live here. And, is that not what this is about? Like, I know it hurts to hear coming from me, but, well, consider this is kind of ideal. This is new, isn't it? It's direct, but it's way better than it. This is a new precedent. This could be a new and better way. You know what I mean? A step towards that direction, a prototype. And if nothing else, you're a part of it. So that's kind of cool. Like that's, do you know what I mean? Do you feel the little kid joy of that, the novelty? Anyway. I don't know if I want to go back for a drink. I mean, I do, but like, I don't know that much about your character. I mean, like who you really are on the inside. I have a guess, and I think I'm right, but I don't know if I'm willing to bet my life on it. I've met so many fucking psychos. You have no idea, dude. And they all spiral the same way. You know? It's sad. It's super. Some of them have been good friends of mine, honestly. You know? Some are people that I freaking grew up with, like since preschool. You ever meet a psycho kid in preschool and like grow up together? A couple of them, maybe. Like you know who the violent people are from a very early age. And like some people go the other way for worse and some people go the other way for better. It's not 100%, but like, dude. I pull out my elementary school yearbook. Those little faces, man. They look like children to me now, but like I can remember my child's eyes, and like seeing them as fucking animals. Not like I didn't like them animals, but like they were dangerous. So I assume we're peers in that way. Or like, you know what I mean? Are we not? What kind of person are you? That's basically what I'm asking. It factors in. It matters. Anyway, I could go on, but I left you a note. You sent someone by the other day. Like, come on, man. Spit, really? Like, just talk to me, and don't be coy about it. I don't know how you feel, but to my mind, that's not like it's not a power move. It's not. It doesn't make me. It's not like I'm having you come to me or bow to me or like. It's not like that. I'm very crafty about subterfuge. Like don't send a message for a alternate purpose. Don't pretend to come in good faith and not. That's fucking bush league shit. And I'm sorry to the bartender. He was super cool, but he would have just stonewalled me unless. So, that's all. can't wait to meet you. Let's fucking do lunch. No, in all seriousness. Until next time, I'll have a good night. Bye.